Michelle. Thanks for joining in. Okay, so if you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay. Otherwise, let me know where you're joining in from. And if you have questions, definitely let me know. So today's tip is related to, I've been thinking a lot about a theme for each month. March's theme is slowing down to speed up. And there are a lot of reasons that I'm choosing this. One is the actual focus that goes along with the chapter in the book is time control for March. So, how we want to feel more in control of our time. So we get ourselves all kinds of turned around and we do exactly opposite of what is helpful to get control of our time often. Just because when you get stuck in that manic reactive mode and you have far too much on your plate, it's really easy to get mixed around and do exactly the wrong things. So I want to address this week and give you something specific that you can do. So I was thinking about the theme of slowing down to speed up. And one of my mentors, when I was first starting my coaching experience back in 2006, one of my most favorite things he said, Bob, he was this amazing guy. He was like 80 years old and he had so much energy. And I was 35 and I was in awe. Like, how can this guy be such a prolific writer, a creator of things? How does he have the energy to keep going? I'm like, I feel like I need a nap every day and I'm, struggling. And this was before I actually started about the same time that I started my coaching business, when I was getting my first coaching certification. And so I was working a lot of hours and I was starting my business, and you know how it is once you start the business, that really doesn't get better, right? Like, there's just more to be put on our plate all the time and more expectations we have of ourselves. So one of the best things that he said, he had this phrase, and he said, people are always telling me to slow down, because he was getting older. I mean, I would say when you're nearing 80, most people would consider you elderly. And so he said, people are always telling me to slow down. He's like, I don't need to slow down. I need, you need to calm down, but I want to speed up, and so he gave us that same advice. He said, you don't want to slow down. You want to calm down and you want to speed up, meaning you want to get more done. So I want to talk about this a little bit, and let's break this down into something that's actionable this week. So we think that time is the enemy. I mean, we don't necessarily intellectually think that. We don't, like, if somebody said, is time the enemy? You're going to say no. But if you observe yourself for the next couple of days and you listen to the, hey, thanks for joining in. Let me know where you are joining in from, hashtag replay if you're joining in later, and let me know any questions. So theme is slowing down to speed up. And, it's so easy to pile so much on that you get in the habit of thinking you don't have enough time, right? I mean, there are all these phrases, commonly things we say. I caught myself saying all the time, I ran out of time. I ran out of time. I ran out of time. How often do you say, okay, so hands up, ladies who are on, how often do you say, I ran out of time? Do you ever say that? Have you caught yourself saying that recently? Now you're going to really start paying attention, right? How often do you think, I don't have enough time to get all these things done? So here's the thing. Time is not the enemy. And I want you, one of the 5 time strategies to unlock your freedom. One of the things that, one of the modules. So let me back up a sec. So I have a really special price on the 5 time strategies to unlock your freedom right now, because right now it's a masterclass, but I'm going to be breaking each of the 5 time strategies into its own module. There will be a workbook. There will be a lot more content. There'll be, instead of one longer video as a masterclass, there'll be shorter videos addressing each of the 5 time strategies. And if it would be of interest to you, I would be willing to do a private mastermind group to help you implement it. So that's what's kind of going on with the 5 time strategies. You can find the link in the video description if you're interested in that. Special price while I'm still working on it and beefing it up, and you get all of the updates included later. Lifetime access, of course. You know how this works. Okay, so, no, of course I lost track of what I was going to say. We just get so bogged down, and we fall into the trap of thinking that we don't have enough time. Saying things like, I ran out of time, I don't have enough time to do all these things. There's never enough time, right? All those interviews that I did for the book project and asking women, what happens when you get stuck? What skills and behaviors do you need to succeed in your business? What advice do you have for other women? And time came up again and again and again, because we're just surrounded by this notion of everyone being too busy. So here's my specific challenge for you this week, and then I'm going to give you a couple other ideas. Stop saying you're too busy. Stop using the word busy if you can. Specifically, one of the things that I recommend when I'm working with somebody one-on-one, or right here, right now, is that we catch what we're saying, pivot in the moment. So don't be too hard on yourself, because obviously it takes a little practice. When you catch yourself saying, somebody asks you, how are you doing? Oh, I've been so busy. Whoa. Just say, my life is really full. My life is really full. I have a lot of exciting projects. I have a lot going on, but there's a lot of great stuff happening. Or, just instead of the, I'm busy. How are you? Oh, I'm too busy too. What's the point of that? First of all, it's not real conversation, and it's compounding the problem, because the more you think you don't have enough time and you have far too many things filling the time that you have, it feels like a bigger problem, and it's not productive, right? It's not a productive use of your creative energy and your flow and your physical energy either. So instead of saying busy, or I'm too busy, or I don't have enough time, switch it to, I have a lot of exciting projects going on and I am in control of my time. I'm the one in control. So what I do in my work is I help busy women like you take back control of your time, so that you don't feel like your time is out of control. So your time doesn't control you, you control your time. And there are a lot of strategies in that. And today, one of the 5 strategies, part of what I talk about in one of the 5 strategies is not making time your enemy. Really using it, harnessing the power of your productive self and your creative energy flow with what you have. So one of my favorite sayings, you've probably heard me say it if you've been watching or reading my stuff for any time, is the illusion of time creates waste. So there's a paradox here. One, when you think you don't have enough time, you're stressed out about it, and you're a self-fulfilling prophecy. You will never have enough time if you think you never have enough time, right? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Paradoxically, on the flip side, the illusion of time creates waste. So raise your hand if you've had this happen. You have a day off or a half a day off, and you don't have any meetings. You know those days when you don't have any meetings early in the morning and you're like, oh, thank God, I have a little bit of time to breathe and just relax. And, maybe you take a hot bath instead of a rushed shower, or you take a long walk with the dogs, or you run some errands and go get your favorite coffee, which is like across town. And then, you're going to get 20 things done. You're going to get some focus work done. And I tell you, I found myself doing this when I was writing the book. I would be like, okay, I'm going to get like 3 hours of focus work done. I'm going to write on the book. And then it was like nothing happened. 6 hours could go by. And I feel like I accomplished far, far less than on those days when I had a bunch of meetings. So there is a way to have the best of both worlds. The illusion of time creates waste, meaning when you think you have a huge block of time, you will probably fritter it away. So there's a dance. There's your own unique recipe that's going to work for you. And there's a little bit of a dance between the I don't have enough time, I have plenty of time, but I want to use my time wisely. So I always have more than enough time, money, and energy for the things and the people most important to me. I always have more than enough time for what's really important to me. Okay, so challenge number 1 is stop using the word busy and saying that you ran out of time. Challenge number 2, or action number 2, is anytime you're feeling a little bit stressed out about time, remind yourself, I always have enough time for what's truly important to me. And you'll realize, holy crap, that's so true. What am I doing? What have I been using my time on that's not actually important to me? And then you have the opportunity to shift it in that moment. Okay, so if this week, if you want to spend, or this weekend, since we're coming up on the weekend, if you want to spend more time with loved ones and you want to get some work done, plan it in. It's not so hard when we plan it in. And that might be 45 minutes of bang it out, get something done, bam, check that stuff off your list. 45-minute chunks of time. And then you can take 2-3 hours and just go have a blast with the kids or your romantic partner or whatever, and you get the best of both worlds. But when you have completely unstructured and not fully intentional time, you'll tend to waste it and fritter it away, because the illusion of time creates waste. And paradoxically, when you think you don't have enough time, you never will have enough time to get all that stuff done. So I hope this is helpful. What are you hearing that you want to implement over the next couple of days? Drop me a comment, give me a thumbs up, something. Hello out there, Bueller. All right. If you have any questions, you know how to find me. I might not be seeing any comments, and if that's the case, I apologize. I will get back in touch with you if you've dropped a comment and I just can't see it right now. I'm having a little trouble with how Facebook changed the go live, so oh, there's always something more to learn, and it's a lot of fun, right? Okay, so your challenges are one thing, don't forget to check out the 5 time strategies to unlock your freedom. 2, stop using the word busy. Stop saying you're running out of time, or I ran out of time. And 3, I guess this is really the third thing. Remember that you always have enough time for what's truly important to you, and plan your activities strategically so that it is true that you have enough time to complete the things that are most important to you, to spend the time with the people that you love, doing the things that you love. All right, that's it for this week. Join me here again soon. If you don't have a copy of my 24 ways to save 24 hours in a week yet, message me and I'll make sure you get the link. It's a free download and you get a bunch of extras. I'm so excited about some of the things I'll be adding into the community. So, all right, that's it for now. I will see you soon. Take care.